Sorry, guys, if you lost me there, if you were just watching. I really do apologise there. Obviously, we was in a real good flow of conversation there, but my daughter decided that she wanted to switch the internet cable off. So I do apologise, guys, if you were with me there and it cut off really quick and it looked like I was just sort of like this. Yeah, my daughter literally pulled the internet cable out just as we was in full flow of conversation. Now, I do apologise. Yeah, just for those just joining, just so if you're rejoining, I do apologise. My daughter just literally pulled the internet cable out. You probably heard her voice just as she came in and she pulled the internet cable out. A bit like a West Ham performance, that one, wasn't it? Promising start, and then it just died out in the middle there. Yeah, so what do you guys want now? What will make you happy as a West Ham fan now? The only thing that will make me happy now if I see Lucas Fabianski saying that he's fit and raring to go. Yeah, sorry, anyone that's just rejoining, my daughter pulled the internet cable out. You probably heard her voice just as I literally stopped their broadcast out. I do apologise, guys, for anyone who was cut off at the end there. Really, really poor. Obviously, Declan Rice's goal, it was offside. Ogbonna getting a goal. Again, the two players that came back in today, Antonio and Ogbonna, they are the positives for me. You know, they got some goals. Diop was awful today as well. He really, really was. Diop was awful. Really, really poor. It just lack of pace everywhere. It just. Is there anyone who's watching it who's Pellegrini in? Is there any Pellegrini in people there? Give you a couple of seconds if you are. Put it in the live chat if you are. If not, let me know what you are. Craig C says Harry Redknapp is available. Jamie Gill says I've played with a bad goalkeeper before, and as a defender, you're constantly worrying about him trying to prevent any sort of cross or shot coming in, which affects everyone's confidence. Sorry, my daughter again. Right. Yeah, she must be desperate to talk about West Ham. Yeah, it is. You can see it through the team. They're not willing to pass back to him. Any cross that comes into the box, they're thinking, is he going to drop this? Is he going to flap at it? Is he going to catch it? And I'm telling you, managers are picking up on that. Jose Mourinho probably sat all week going, we're going to ping eyeballs into their box. We're going to throw shots at him from all over the place. We're going to try and win corners so that he's got to deal with the pressure. Any sort of low shot and he's going to struggle. It's just poor. It's just so poor. Madonna said, just watched on NBC. Andy effing Townsend. Cheers. Yeah, that's the stream that I was watching, mate. I was watching the one with Andy Townsend, and it, like I say, it's poor. I suppose we can take, again, it's clutching at straws here. I suppose you can take a positive that, you know, the two players that came back in did score. Antonio scored and Ogbonna scored. And Antonio could make a big difference now. He's a willing runner. He has got a goal in him. He's something different from what we've had. He has got pace. He has got power. But where do you see the next win coming from, guys? Seriously, where do you see the next win coming from? I put a jokey tweet, sort of jokey tongue-in-cheek tweet out saying I don't see another win coming until August when we're in the Championship. And it really is looking that way at the moment. It's 8 games now, 8. How much longer can Pellegrini go on for? How much more dallying and dillying can Sullivan and Gold do? He's got to go. He's got to go. We need someone to come in and give us a bounce. We need that little bit. We need someone to come in, bit of a bounce. The players start playing again. The players start thinking, "Oh, our place is up for grabs," and you know they get a little bit of spark of relief. That's the only thing I can think. But name-wise, in terms of who should come in, I don't know. I really don't. That is a good point, Gary. That is a good point. That ref was awful today. I'm not saying that would have changed the game much in terms of us winning, but he was bloody awful. He was awful, ref. He loved getting his cards out for us, but for them, God, my God. And that is true as well. Diop is now obviously suspended for the Chelsea game. Yeah, been screaming for this, mate. Jeff, 352. But obviously with Diop's injury, not Diop's injury, Diop's suspension, who would you play as the three? Is there a shout? You know, Winston Reid got through 90 minutes last night. Is there a shout for Winston Reid to come in? Bonner got let off. Sorry, Bonner got a left hook off Robbo and then scored. Man of the match. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Spurs ref. Oh, thanks for joining us, mate. A non-West Ham fan. From a non-West Ham fan, the result flattered you guys. Do you think this will paper over the cracks a little? Awful for 8 minutes. It will. It will, because that is just how our board works, unfortunately. They will in the papers, or probably they'll get Jim White or Claret and Hugh. You know, nothing against Claret and Hugh, but obviously they're used as the mouthpiece. There'll be something on there. Oh, you know, we showed promise, and the board are willing to give Pellegrini a couple more games because they see that when Antonio come on, he could be a difference maker, or that Bonner coming back now, that they could see some promise. Not that for 80 minutes it was utter dross, and we've got a goalkeeper that has conceded 15 goals in 7 games, which is, you know, more than two a game, just over 2 a game, which, you know, you're basically, it's like anyone who sort of plays FIFA, it's like a FIFA handicap where it's like, we're going to start every game, we're 2-0 down. But knowing then that to win a game, you've got to score at least 3 goals, you can't have any confidence in yourself or in the game if you're knowing that you're going into a game having to score at least 3 goals. At least 3 goals, because your goalkeeper's going to let in 2. It is Chelsea next. We could be, we can't go bottom 3 today, but we can be more or less there. We can go in it next week, I believe, if results don't go against us. So Jeff replies to who would he go for it at the back. He said he would go Diop, Rice on and Bonner. What do you guys think? Would you go for it at the back? There's definitely things for 3 at the back for me, definitely. We never learn from our mistakes. We always go too far behind before starting to play. We're mental. Massive papers over the cracks. Roberto and Pellegrini have to go. If Roberto plays, we lose. For me now, that there was. Do you remember when Roy Carroll used to play? Now Roy Carroll weren't nowhere near as bad as Roberto is, but there was a thing that Roy Carroll didn't keep a clean sheet for like 2 years, so you were sort of more or less guaranteed to be 1-0 down with Roy Carroll. That's basically what Roberto is now, but it's 2-0 down. Hackett again says, and what do you make of Carlos Sanchez's substitution? Thought that was odd. Listen, we're 3-0 down. Jetty, whether you think he's fully ready yet or not, he's a striker. It would have given Tottenham something else to think about in terms of he could have gone and stood next to Hallow. He could have, which could have put Antonio on a wing, or he could have put a Jetty just behind with Hallow and Antonio. But Sanchez, he don't offer nothing. He's not going to come on and be Essien or be Yaya Toure or Makalari or, you know, a real dynamic defensive midfielder. He's not that. He's just bang average. He stole a career. He stole a career as a professional footballer. Do you think, hypothetically, we would have a chance in getting Pots? No, not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. This man has got a lot bigger fish to fry. He's linked with the Bayern job. He's linked with the Barca job. He probably even Real would be looking at him. Manchester United have been sniffing around him. I know we're West Ham fans, guys, but we're a joke club. We're a joke club. We are very much a mid-table obscurity club. We shouldn't be. We shouldn't be with them, with the players we've got. But that is just how it is at the minute. And there is not a chance in hell that Pochettino would sign for West Ham. And even, you could put even that money talks. I don't think any amount of money would get Poch in. I think even if we offered him 100 grand a week, he wouldn't come because our board can't be trusted. Yeah, our board can't be trusted to give him 100 million. Our board can't be trusted to give him 150 million. I don't know. Gary says Anderson can do one as well. Yeah, a player seriously lacking in confidence. Just don't take on players anymore. Don't shoot anymore. Don't pass anymore. Don't do anything anymore apart from defend, which is not his job. So I don't know. John Williams. I wonder if he's the guy who wrote the Star Wars track. There is no way Roberto should ever play again. Not always fault though. It's not always fault. It's not always fault. He's just not good enough. He's not good enough. He's not good enough to play for West Ham anymore. He's not good enough to play in the Premier League. He's overweight. His reflexes are awful. I don't know. I really don't know. Carrying on with the comments. Did you see Jose went around all the players on the pitch, big hugs and a chat in Antonio's ear? Don't look good. Antonio's the sort of player he likes, you know, works hard, big, strong. Not in the same league as Willian, but, you know, that sort of player, you know. Willian's a strong, big, dynamic player, scores goals. Yeah. He's the other team in Barca. 0% chance of Poch. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I don't know what else to say on the game. So much wrong with the club at the moment. So much wrong. Lineup's wrong. Manager's got no idea, not a Scooby-Doo. Goalkeeper's terrible. We desperately need Fabianski back. Strikers are lacking confidence. Players are hiding. Players are not running. It's just, like I say, I don't know what to say anymore. There's a couple more comments, guys. I think realistically, the manager out there right now that would ever consider us is Chris Hutton. Yeah, Chrissy's a West Ham fan as well. Used to play for us as well for I think a couple of seasons. But again, does that inspire you? Does Chris Hutton inspire you? Is this again the world-class team, world-class stadium? Does Chris Hutton inspire you? That's nothing against Chris Hutton, but it's not what we were promised. It's back to that. Broken promises again, isn't it? Neil, I'll tell you what, mate, you're braver than me. Hi, guys from South Australia. It's 1:18 a.m. in the morning. In madness, stand up and watching that, Joss, mate. Absolute madness. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. We will do a podcast. I think we're going to do one Thursday. Apart from just moaning and talking about how poor that was, there's not much else to be said, really. There really ain't. I'm just praying that Pellegrini is sacked tonight or early in the week. And that Gold and Sullivan tonight are doing something to get a new manager in, because it can't carry on. Maximum it can carry on is 2 more games. That'd be 10. 10 games. I don't care what manager you are. You could be Brian Clough and Alex Ferguson. 10 games without a win in our modern day football. Time to go. Time to go. 1,000,000% time to go. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. If you didn't catch the first half set, it will look a bit weird on YouTube. There's the first video, then my daughter pulled out the internet, and then I came back. So there's 2 videos. So watch them back to back if you're just starting this video. Just the last couple of comments, guys. Well done, fella. Not a great day. Cheers. The truth is, we have no depth, and like most fans, I said our season was over the second Fabianski went down. I said exactly the same. I turned to my dad and went, that's it, season over. And it looks that way, doesn't it? Unfortunately. Anyway, guys, if you've not subscribed already and you're just joining me for the first time, please subscribe. I really would love to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're averaging about 10 subscribers a day, which is fantastic. I think we need 250, 245 for 3,000, which would be an amazing achievement, considering we went away for like 6 months and then we came back, and all you loyal fans stayed with us, and all you new fans have been so fantastic joining us in the chat. Love talking to you guys. I wish it was under better circumstances. I'd love to come on here and be saying we beat them and put in a worldly performance. But at the moment, guys, we've just got to stick together as fans, And as the tag for our channel goes, keep believing. Come on, you irons. Keep believing. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Till the podcast on Thursday. Laters.